Hey everyone, welcome back to Pepcoding. So in this video, we are going to solve our next question, which is longest subarray with equal number of zeros, ones, and twos. So what we are given is we are given an array that contains only zeros, ones, and twos, and we have to find the length of the longest subarray with equal number of zeros, ones, and twos, right? So we can do this. Just analyze this question with an example. So let's suppose we are given this array and we have to find longest subarray which contains equal number of zeros, ones, and twos, right? How we can do this is uh, we'll make the count of, we'll start counting zeros, ones, and twos, right? So let's suppose what will be our approach if from this point till this point we have x0, this till this, we have x1, this till this, we have x2. From this till this point, we have x0 dash. This till this point, we have x1 dash. From this till this point, we have x2 dash. Right? So if x1 minus x0, x2 minus x1, this and this one, x1 dash minus x0 dash, x2 dash minus x1 dash. If this difference is 4, let's suppose, and if the difference of x1 dash minus x0 dash is 4, if this is same, then we can say that from this point till this point we have equal number of zeros and ones, right? So if x2 minus x1 is 3 and x2 dash minus x1 dash is also 3, then we can say that from this point till this point we have equal number of ones and twos. So what we got to know, the summary is, if from this point till this point, if the difference is constant, it's still constant, then what we can say that till this point, from this point till this point, we have equal number of zeros, ones, and twos, so that our difference of x1, x0, x2, and x1 are same. If the difference is coming constant in these different lengths, then we got our subarray for zeros, ones, and twos. So let's just start with our approach. Okay, let's just make the key first. What will be our key? We'll count the number of zeros, ones, and twos here. And what will be our key? Our key would be equals to, let's make it here so it would be visible to you all. Our key would be C1, count of ones minus count of zeros, separated by hash, count of twos minus count of ones. This would be our key. What is this? Delta of 1, 0, separated by hash sign, delta of 2, 1, right? So initially, what will be the count of 0? Count of 0 is 0, count of 1 is 0, and count of 2 is 0. What will be the key initially? 0, hash 0, right? Okay, let's start. Let's just separate this. so that there would be no confusion. Okay, so we have 0, so 1 came. The count of 0 will remain 0. Okay, count of 0 will remain 0. The count of 1 will increase to 1. The count of 2 will remain 0. So now, what would be our key? 1 minus 0, 1. Hash minus 1, right? 1 hash. 0 minus 1 is minus 1. So we'll have minus 1, which is 1 hash minus 1. Right? Okay. Next, 1 came. 0 will remain 0. Count of 1 will increase to 2. Count of 2 will remain 0. So what we have, 2 minus 0 is 2. And 2 minus 0 minus 2 is minus 2. Right? Okay. Just erase this one. We don't need this. It is already visible. Right? Okay. 2 came. Count of 0, 0. Count of 1 is 2. Count of 2 will be 1 now. So what we will have, we have 2 minus 0 is 2. Hash 1 minus 2 is minus 1. Right? Okay, next. 0. Count of 0 will be 1 now. And count of 1 is 2. Count of 2 is 1. Now, count of 1 minus count of 0. 2 minus 1 is 1. So we'll have 1 hash 1 minus 2 is minus 1. So this came what we have. From initially, this is the index is minus 1, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Right? So 1 minus 1 came, right? 1 hash minus 1 came here and here. So what will be our length of the subarray? Length of the subarray will be 3, the index, minus 0. 3 minus 0, like this is the subarray, right? From 1 to 0, right? This is the subarray. What is the length? 3 minus 0 is 3. We got our length, first subarray, right? Next, 1 came. We have 1. Count of 1 will increase to 3. Count of 2 will remain 1, right? So what we have, 3 minus 1 is 2. 2 hash. What we have next, 1 minus 3 is minus 2. So this has also came before, right? Okay. So 4, the index, like from here till here, right? This subarray contains equal number of zeros, ones and twos. So what we have, we'll take the difference of the index. We have 4 minus 1, which is 3. 3 is not better than the length 3. So of course we would not update this, right? Next, 0 came. We'll have 2 here. And count of 1 will be 3. Count of 2 will be 1. Now, 3 minus 2 is 1. 1 hash. 1 minus 3 is minus 2. 1 hash minus 2 didn't came earlier. So there is no subarray. Next one came. So count of 0 is 2. Count of 1 is 4 now. Count of 2 is 2. Count of 2 is 1. Right? Okay. So what will be our key now? Key would be 4 minus 2 is 2. 4 minus 2 is 2. Hash 1 minus 4 is minus 3. This also came for the first time, the key. So let's move to the next one. 2 came. We have count of 0 as 2. Count of 1 as 4. Count of 2 will be 2. Right? What will be our key now? Our key would be 4 minus 2 is 2. Hash 2 minus 4 is minus 2. Right? So this came earlier also. This subarray and this subarray. So what is the longest one? From this one till this one, there are 2 2s, 2 1s and 2 zeros. So what would be the length? So let's just see. 7 minus 1 is 6, right? The length would be 6. So what we'll do? Update the answer to 6, right? Okay. Next, what came? So we have 1. The count of 0 will remain 2. Count of 1 will increase to 5. Count of 2 will remain 2. So what we have now, 5 minus 2 is 3. 3 hash. Next one is 2 minus 1. See, to count of 2 minus count of 1. 2 minus 5 is minus 3. Which didn't came earlier, right? Okay. Let's move to the next one. 2 came. Count of 0 is 2. Count of 1 is 5. Count of 2 is 3. Right? Okay. So what we are gonna do? Let's just 5 minus 2 is 3. Hash separated. 3 minus 5 is minus 2. 3 hash minus 2 didn't came earlier. So yeah, let's just move forward. So 2 came again. We have 2, 5 and count of 2 would be 4, right? What would be 5 minus 2 is 3. Hash 4 minus 5 is minus 1, right? So 3 hash minus 1 didn't came earlier. Let's just move forward. 0 came. So it's updated to 3 now. 5 and 4. Our key would be 5 minus 3 is 2. Hash. What we have next? 4 minus 5 is minus 1. So 2 hash minus 1. Let's just find it earlier. 2 hash minus 1 came here. Right? Okay. So from this position till we have this position. So the length would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Right? So the difference of the two indexes, that is 11 minus 2, which is 9. So let's just update what we have, 9. Let's just update the answer to 9. Right? Next one came. It's 3, 1. The count of 1 is updated to 6 now. Next we have 2 will be 4 only. So we would have key as 6 minus 3, 3 hash 4 minus 6 minus 2. 3 hash minus 2 came here and here. So we have the length 12 12 minus this one, 9. 12 minus 9 is 3, which is not better than our answer 9. So yeah, would return our answer, which is 9. So I hope that this approach is clear of making the key and updating our answer. Let's just code it now. First of all, what we'll do, we'll make an answer variable which will store our answer. Next, we'll make a hash map of string which is given was integer type, and we'll give it a name map new hash map. Okay. Next, we'll take the variables count of 0, initialize it to 0, count of 1, initialize it from 0, then we have count of 2, initialize it to 0. Next, we'll take int delta 10, which will be equal to count 1 minus count of 0, right? Okay. Next, we'll make int delta 2, 1, which will be equal to count of 2 minus count of 1. Right. Next, we'll make a string key, which will be equal to delta 2, 1 plus hash plus delta 10. And we will put in our map key, initially the index would be -1. Put it -1. Next, we'll traverse for int I equals to 0, I less than array dot length I plus plus. Right. And what we'll do, if our array of I is equals to 0, then count of zeros would increase, right? Else if array of I equals to 1, then of course count of 1 increases, else count of 2 increases. Right. Okay. After this else 1, we'll again initialize delta 10 as count of 1 minus 0. And we have delta 2, 1 as count of 2 minus count of 1. Next, what we'll have key, which will be equal to same thing, delta 2, 1 plus separated by hash plus delta 10. Okay. Next, what we'll set up a condition. If map dot contains key, map dot contains our key. Then we'll have our index, which will be equal to map dot get key. Next, we'll make a length, which will be equal to I minus our index. And if our length becomes greater than answer, then we'll update our answer to length. Else what we will do, else map dot put key with our I. At last we would return our answer. Yeah, so let's just run this code and see if it's correct or not. Okay, sample output is coming as 3, it's coming as 0. Let's just see the code once again. Okay, so the answer is not coming correct because, okay, so this else is outside of this if condition. Yeah, let's just run this now. So that would take our answer now. So output is coming correct now. Let's submit this code. So all the test cases passed. So I hope I was clear with the concept. Thank you so much for watching this video. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe to our YouTube channel. I'll see you in the next video. Thank you.